Hey everybody, welcome to episode 4, Daydream Legend. I'm your host, Joe Fernandes. If you're new to the show, welcome. Welcome back to the returning listeners. I appreciate all your support. My mind isn't working, obviously. I barely had any coffee. No, I'm actually lying. I had plenty of coffee. My mind just doesn't work properly. It's 11 a.m. in New Jersey. Just got back from a hike with my dog because it may rain again, so I wanted to make sure I got him out for the day. So, before we get to it, please, if this is your first time listening, please subscribe to the podcast on all audio platforms, whatever you're listening on. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell to be notified, and check it out. I appreciate you guys supporting the podcast and sending me your voicemails and messages. I remember when I was thinking about putting a number out there, would I get any? And it would be very sad if I didn't. And every week I've gotten both voice messages, emails, text messages to that number. And I'm really grateful to everyone contributing. I'm going to take a minute before I get to the questions and the voicemails, just talk about some things. First off, very sad day in the world. Not day, week. See, my mind isn't working today. The Queen died. And it was, everyone's reaction was kind of hilarious to me. Not just because everyone was so ridiculous. Now, there's this thing when people die that like people need to post how they feel about the people, and that's fine. I'm fans of people, and it does hurt me. Not hurt me, but you feel bad for the person because they were like a part of your life. Like if it was a movie star or like a musician, you're like, oh man, like I really enjoyed that guy's music, so it's really disappointing, or I liked his acting or her acting. But when it came to the Queen, I'm like, now, she's a cute little old lady. We all agree on that. You know what I mean? And, it's kind of sad that she died, but some people are like, you acted like you followed the Queen. Like you were part of the family. They were so upset. Can you believe it? I saw that. Oh, can you believe it? Yeah. She's in her 90s. Totally believe it. Totally. But then that didn't bother me as much as the other fake people. Because like you always hear this term virtue signaling. Like people always, they like to put out that they're sad about something because they're virtue signaling. They're trying to get attention. Listen, we're all trying to get attention, okay? We're all on social media to get attention. I do a podcast for attention. Comedians go on stage because they want attention. Musicians want it. Everybody wants attention. So you can't fault someone for attention. It's the way of going about getting your attention. And the worst are the hypocrites looking for attention, because there's the hypocrites that make fun of the people that were sad about it. Like, I'm not making fun of the people that were sad about it. I just didn't know that people were that into the Queen. But then it's the other people. Like, I saw this. I swear, this somebody posted this. Haven't cared about the Queen since 1776. Oh, okay. Oh, tough guy right there. Really? I know what they're saying, but you're a dork by saying that. You're a total dork. But the problem is the type of people that say that, haven't cared about the Queen since 1776, America. Those are the people that will make fun of virtue signalers. You don't even understand your hypocrisy, and that is what's so annoying about you. And you're probably not even the type of person that would listen to my podcast, but if you are, just shut up. Either be a dork and post those things, or stop making fun of people who post those things. Can we all just give each other a break? I mean, listen, I hate it too. But the right thing to do is when you don't like somebody online, like me and my comedian friends have a dork comedian who does a lot of that virtue signaling. It's disgusting. And I won't put him on blast on the podcast. But me and my friends do screen capture all his posts, share them in a group message with a vomit emoji, because it's just fishing for likes. He's out there fishing for likes. And like I said, we're all looking for likes. Nobody posts something that expecting no likes. I put out videos, I want likes. It's when you put out something that you know is not genuine, that you know is, I don't know. You know what? I guess I'm complaining too much about these people. I should just let them be, let them be. But I just wanted to talk about it because whatever. It's podcast material. What are you going to do? I'm going to complain about one more type of person. It is the person who cannot help themselves but to spoil a TV show on social media. Stop it. Listen, most of the people on my feed are my age, grown people. We've had the internet for long enough. You know you're spoiling a show when you do it. It's like, now, I've been watching the new Game of Thrones, The House of Dragon, and I like it. And it has been spoiled for me yet today because I've been staying off social media. Now, I was like, at least if someone types some text on like Facebook, you could, some people are nice and they put spoiler alert. And then, you could just pass through it, or you'll see like the first sentence and then you go pass through it. But there's these people, like say somebody important died. Say there's a guy named Tom in Game of Thrones. I don't think there's been, maybe there's a Tom in Game of Thrones, but it's just like their first sentence is, no, not Tom, which he died. And why do you have to let people know you're watching TV? Why? Like, you want to connect with people? There's got to be some sort of dork Game of Thrones Reddit thread you can do that on. Do you have to do it socially to everybody? But I woke up this morning, have my coffee, go to my phone. I'm going to Instagram because, there's not a lot of spoilers on Instagram, but there is now. Because you figure there's no text. No one's going to type it. No, all I see is videos of people's TV screens with Game of Thrones from last night. I was too tired to watch it last night. I was too tired. So I put it off till today. So I didn't get any spoilers, but I swear there was like 4 or 5 people that were videotaping their screen and posting it on Instagram. So something crazy happened. I don't know what it was, but can you people just stop or maybe give it a day? What do you like? I don't even know what to call people like you. I don't understand. You children? Like, I got it. Oh my God, you see what happened? Did you see? Well, if we didn't, you just fucked it up for us. Okay? We want to see. And then I had a friend that did that one time and he screwed up. I forget what show it was, but I was like, dude, what the hell? He's like, what's the big deal? I don't know. I can ask you the same question. What's the big deal? Why do you have to post? Why do you need likes that bad? Why do you need to interact now? Can you give me a week? Give me a week. You know what? Listen, spoiler alert. If you can give a week is enough time for someone to catch up. If they don't after a week, and especially in this streaming times, just do it. But now first I had to stay off Facebook, but now you got to get the video camera out, which means you probably saw it, paused your show, rewound it to videotape it because you didn't know that was coming. So you paused it, you rewound it. Like, people are going to want to see this. Will they? Well, because if you're talking to people that saw it already, they definitely saw it. So you don't have to show them. The only people you're showing this to is people that didn't see it. And then you got your phone ready, you put it up to the screen, you got your exposure, you hit record, then you unpaused. And look at this. Ew, stop it. Oh my. I'm sorry. I like you people. Just stop ruining TV shows for people. Grow up. Give us a week. Whatever. Let's get to the messages.
Messages. Hi, Joe. I was doing a shampoo warm-up before I called. So here's what I want to know. Live or dead, what would you rather do? Now you have the best seats in the place, and you have all access passes to whatever. Would you rather see your favorite comedian, live or dead? You get to meet and hang out with him. Your favorite band, live or dead, you get to meet and hang out with them. Or your favorite sports team, best seats with the all access tickets. You get to go on the field, meet the players. Which would you rather do? Thanks, Joe. Bye.
Okay, thanks for the message. I appreciate it. So, live or dead, who would I rather meet and hang out with good seats, all access pass, everything. So the full package, my favorite comedian, my favorite band, my favorite sports team. All right, let's break this down. initially I would see part of me like would, like those 98 Yankees, the mid 90s Yankees, I would like to hang out with them. But however, though I love the Yankees, I do, and they brought me so much joy in my life and fun, I don't think I'd want to hang out with them because jocks just aren't my crowd. And though I love what they do for my entertainment, I don't think personally we'd hang out and have a good time, because like jock is a different level of narcissism. Like comedians and performers were all narcissists, but jock narcissism is like it's alpha, man. It's like I don't think I could joke around with them. I don't think I'd have that much fun with them. So I'd have to put sports team as third on that list. I think second, I would go band. And I'm trying to think. It's so hard. It's like a question you get your whole life, like your favorite band, like who would you hang out with? Now, if I wasn't in recovery and was getting high, you got to think about that, because you're like, who would I like to party with? And I think if I could be any time, and if like I can party with any band no matter what time it is, like I'm a young guy, like see, because they're not my favorite band, but I feel like a fun band would be Motley Crue, but they're not my favorite band. I don't like all their music. So who would I hang out with? Favorite band, which would be number 2. I think, okay, right now, if I am who I am, so it doesn't matter if I party or not, I think I'd hang out with the Foo Fighters. I think they all look like fun, and I want to hang out Foo Fighters pre-Taylor Hawkins passing away, because I would really want to hang out with him, because he just seems like a fun, chill, just like a fun hang. Dave Grohl seems like a fun hang. Like I would go on tour with them just to hang, be like their little court jester. Like when they need a little humor, they let me out of a little hole in the wall. I do it. No, I'm just kidding. But just that was the dumbest attempted humor I think I've had on this podcast. You be the judge, but I'm judging myself harshly. Anyway, so number 2 would be a band. But like, bands, though they be fun, they still have kind of that alphaness of, could have that. I don't know if I'd relate with them for I don't know, but they would be fun. But I'm telling you, comedians are my tribe. Comedians are my tribe. It's like, I'm telling you, when I started comedy for the first time in my life, like anytime I got into something, I always made friends and like, oh, this is great. We have a lot in common, but there was no connection like I have with comedians. Like we just have a shorthand, a way of talking. We're all very funny. We like to bust balls. Nobody takes anything personally. So favorite comedian's very tough too. See, like a lot of times everyone's favorite comedian's like George Carlin, but I don't know how good of a hang he would be, because he seems so cerebral. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think who would be the most fun hang in comedy of my favorite comedians. So like my top comedians are like George. I'm gonna go in level of who I think's fun to hang out with. George Carlin would be fun. Richard Pryor. Like I said, we have to mix the timeline of me being young and them being young, but because it's dead or alive. So George Carlin, Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor, if I'm partying, definitely. Fun hang would be, besides those two, I feel like Dave Attell, Insomniac years, because Dave Attell, I think, is the greatest comedian today that's not like household name. He's the greatest comedian, I think. I mean, and when I say that is because it seems like all other comedians kind of do a similar style, even though they have like original jokes, original takes. They all nobody does it like him. Like people try to copy him, but he's the most original comedian I've ever heard in my life, while being insanely funny. It's like undeniably funny. Like half the stuff you can't even imagine a person thought of this, but it makes you laugh. So I think if I can hang out with any comedian, it would be Insomniac years Dave Attell. But I would also have to be drinking at that time too, as long as I can keep my clean time when we come back into the future. So I hope I answered that properly because I was kind of playing with timelines and stuff. But so that's it. I've hung out with David Tell, Insomniac years. I'm sure he's a nice guy now, but he probably wouldn't tolerate me now. I'm probably too much of a dork.
New message.
Hi, Joe. I thought of another question that I would like your opinion on. I know you're a decent human with a kind heart. My theory is not to do product testing on animals, but to put child molester, child rapist, killer of children, rapists and killers of the elderly. Don't you think, like, shoving them in a cage would be much better than letting our animals go and have a life that they deserve? Because those scumbags ain't going to be rehabilitated. They're doing life, and they're whooping it up in jail with the weights. They got television, probably computers, and I'm sure the food's not as bad as they say it is. But I think that they should be shoved in a cage and let the Colgate, Procter & Gamble, whoever, rub the fluoride in their eyes to see how it's going to see what kind of reaction it's going to have. They do that to bunnies, and that's not nice. It's just wrong. I think the animals should, but make me governor. I think that's the first thing I would do. I would put those fucking animals I would put those damn animals right in the cage, and the molesters and whatnot, right in the cage, with a blanket, maybe a pillow, I don't know, and let's do product testing on them. What do you think?
All right. Well, thanks. That's our next governor, everybody. Her question is, should we stop testing products on animals and put it on pedophiles? Yes. Now, what I liked about that was I liked when you were like, well, maybe I don't think that, how you thought the food's not that bad in jail. Like how you they complain about the food. I mean, it's probably not that bad. And then at the end, you also gave a little olive branch. You're like, I'll give you a blanket and a pillow. So you're like, I want a product test on you. I want to do awful things to you, but you need to be comfortable. I'll give you a pillow. So yeah, it's awful when I don't know why we have to product test on animals. I mean, why? It's such a catch-22 because you have to test drugs on animals, you have to product test. I think the answer is, do we need these products? You know what I mean? I mean, what do they test? Lipstick on? It's so weird when you think about them testing lipstick on a mouse. You're like, I just picture all these white mice with very voluptuous red lips, just sitting there what, looking up at each other this is what I was born for this. Or does maybe one mouse get the lipstick and then the other sees another mouse with the lipstick on, and be like, I wasn't thinking about her until I saw her with that beautiful red lipstick on. I want to make more mice with her. Yeah, it's one of those catch-22s. It's I believe, yes, we should test things on pedophiles. They are good for nothing people. I mean, why not? First off, we should castrate them. I don't know why that's not. I mean, I know why, because yes, I agree with you. I don't even know what else to say about that. I do agree we should test products on pedophiles. They are the scum of the earth. I guess the reason why we don't is because there's got to be, I guess, human rights people that even defend pedophiles, which is bizarre to me. We should test everything on pedophiles. We should test if you have a new bomb and you're you want to see how it we have this new bomb that just sends fire to people. We should put a group of pedophiles in a desert and test bombs on them. We should test all types of military torture devices on pedophiles. And like you said, give them comfortable pillows for the night after, if they survive. The food's probably not that bad, like you said. But yeah, I think we should use pedophiles for everything. Everything negative, and free the mice. For there was a time my father worked for a pharmaceutical company. I don't. Well, he's dead, so they couldn't get him in trouble now. Plus, a lot of years have went by since. But he worked for Bristol Myers Squibb, and I used to go to work with him sometimes, and I'd go into. He'd take me into the rooms where the monkeys were, and I would they were on a chain. I would feed them cookies or whatever. And as a kid, I had no idea that those monkeys were there for that. I was like, Dad's got monkeys at work. I don't remember ever asking him why, but I was like, he works with monkeys. My dad wasn't a scientist. He worked at Squibb as a maintenance guy, but they also would do stuff to dogs. And I remember when I learned that, because my dad lived on a farm, and he used to bring I think he used to steal the dogs from there, that they were going to euthanize after they tested, and then let them live there at his farm, in a at least decently. And that's why I remember learning that. I'm learning what all that was, and it just made me extremely upset that they do that to dogs or any animal. I guess mice we don't think of. The crazy part was the dogs. You're these are family pets, family members. I mean, I guess some people have mice as pets. But yeah, it's very upsetting to. It's the same conundrum with meat eating. It's what it entails, and it's kind of sad. I mean, I don't hunt no more. I used to hunt with my father, but then I just didn't want to do it anymore. But I do still eat meat. But there's definitely a guilt to it. But if vegan chefs and vegetarian food companies can come up with some quality products for me, I don't think I'd become a full vegetarian, but I would definitely eat less. I know I'm going into a different topic than you want. We'll go back to killing pedophiles. But yes, any bad negative thing to do to pedophiles, I will vote yes on. And I think I don't care if you're a human rights lawyer or you're a person that really loves people, that wants to defend anybody. If you vote no to torturing pedophiles, you're a suspect and you're possibly a pedophile. That's what I think.
New mail notification.
All right, we got another fuck, marry, kill. I had no idea this was going to become part of the podcast. This gentleman left me 2 fuck, marry, kill messages, and they wound up being fun. Now I didn't get a voice message. I got a text message to the voicemail with a fuck, marry, kill, which I haven't thought about yet. So this is all fresh. So we're going to think about it in real time. Hillary Clinton, Putin's daughter, either one, or Nancy Grace. Now, first off, I got to go Google what Putin's daughters look like. I'm imagining they're awful. Okay, so fuck, marry, kill, Putin's daughters, Hillary Clinton, Nancy Grace. All right. I think this is an easy one. This is an easy one. I know you were trying to, they're all ugly. They're all ugly. But I think it's kind of easy because Putin's daughters, at least on the pictures I've seen, aren't that bad. So I don't know if I have to only have one of them or both of them and have a threesome, but I'm totally gonna have sex with Putin's daughters. I'm killing Nancy Grace. I don't have any use for her in my life. I'm sure she's a fine woman, but she's annoying on TV. I find her to be highly annoying. And Hillary Clinton, though ugly, I'm marrying into power. I can have people killed through her. I know that's a conspiracy theory. Please don't take me down on YouTube. This is all just for humor. But I could join the Clinton clan, and I'm sure, Bill would be happy that I'm there to take some of the weight off him. We can share pantsuits. If I need a suit, I can go into her closet and get it. Yeah, so That was a hard. See, I thought it was going to be harder because I thought Putin's daughters would be uglier. So it wound up being easy because there is not a chance in hell I'm doing any of those with Nancy Grace right off the bat. Dead. That's my final. It's going to be fuck Putin's daughters, marry Hillary Clinton, kill Nancy Grace. And wouldn't that be ironic? Who's going to be hosting the show about the killer of Nancy Grace?
Instant message.
All right, I get some messages on Facebook as well, and I got a lot of them. There's definitely, I can't get to all of them, so I just picked some. I'll try and do some next week. I talked about videos last week that I wanted to get to, but they involve dead bodies. So I have to find out if I'm going to get pulled from YouTube for showing them. I don't really want to get pulled from YouTube, so we're going to go with these less disgusting videos that I was sent. So I was sent these TikTok videos about disturbing facts you wish you didn't know.
Disturbing facts you wish you didn't know. Part 10. Left-handed people pass away earlier than right-handed people. More than 2,000 people meet their demise due to doctors' bad handwriting. About 153,000 people worldwide pass away every day. At some point, someone was thinking about you. Tickling was an old torture method back then. Most kidnappers are nurses. Someone could be watching you and you will never know.
Wow, okay. That's a very interesting video. So let's... some of them I knew. Disturbing facts you wish you didn't know. Left-handed people pass away earlier. I knew that. That's definitely the right. I'm right-handed, so I'm good to go. Unfortunately, I have some family members that are left-handed, and I gotta let them know about this in case they didn't know. But what are they gonna do about it if you're dying because you're left-handed? Well, I mean, how are you even gonna stop that? You know what I mean? What are you gonna? You can't. If you train yourself to be right-handed, do you live longer? I don't know. I think there's just nothing they can do, which is very odd. And how do they know that? What a weird... I wonder if that's just coincidence. I wonder if there's just something in left-handed people that, who knows? They said more than 2,000 people meet their demise due to doctors' bad handwriting. That's some bad handwriting. 2,000? I guess worldwide, that's not too bad. 2,000, that's not that bad, but... Okay, if they can count 2,000 people dying because of bad handwriting, if they can match up, hopefully these are 2,000 doctors. It only happens once, then they say, yo, you got to work on your handwriting, bro. Your patients are dying. You would hope this is 2,000 doctors that do this a year, and then they learn their lesson. Because you got to believe for them to get this stat, they must have checked out this handwriting. How'd this guy die? He wrote this, but he meant that. That's disturbing. And now I'm totally going to check. How am I going to check? How weird will that be? I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm going to go to her and be like, can I see your handwriting before you? I just need to know if you're doing something. There's no way around it. I guess now we have to use that to grade doctors. Where'd you go to school? And how good your handwriting, because I can't be one of 2,000. All right, what was the next one? About 153,000 people worldwide pass away every day. I thought it'd be more than that, actually. It says at some point someone was thinking about you. Well, obviously, I hate to think nobody was thinking about me at some point. Is this well? The weird thing is they put a knife emoji in this, so that's kind of creepy. This is coming from a TikTok account called Creepy Vibes Only, and you're giving them to me with your knife. So at some point, someone was thinking about it. I could believe that. I don't understand that one. Tickling was an old torture method back then. Back when? Back then? The thing before? All right, but I believe it. Tickling is my torture. I hate being tickled. I'm so ticklish. I am insanely ticklish that it's now at every family gathering since I've had nieces and nephews come in my life, part of the family gathering is attack Uncle Joe and tickle his knees because it's insane and it's not fun and it is torture, and I do offer them money to stop. So I believe you would get anything out of me if you tickle me. That guaranteed. So that's why I can never get any sort of top secret information. If you want to tell me a secret that you really can't get out there, as long as the person doesn't tickle me, your secret's safe with me. What's the next one? Most kidnappers are nurses, which is awful because my wife's a nurse, and now I'm worried that she's kidnapping people that I don't know about. I can believe that. I can believe most I don't know why I can believe it, but why would they be kidnapping these nurses? Because they're just so into taking care of people. Be like, that's an interesting. That's one to investigate. Most kidnappers are nurses, so now I'm definitely gonna look at her differently when she comes home. Be like, where were you today? Yeah, anything in the trunk? Huh? Got anything there? Any stories you have to tell? Did you take any road trips? Any chloroform in the glove box? Anything? No? Just a regular nurse day? No people? Okay. Let's go to the next one. Someone could be watching you and you will never know. Well, currently that someone is my corgi, but he's not a person. It's a dog. But someone could... See, that's so vague. Someone could be watching you and you will never know. Yeah. I like to... I mean, I guess... Someone could be watching you, you will never know. I mean, that's obvious. I don't even know why it's a disturbing fact. Of course, that's so easy to do. I can watch people and they won't know. You gotta work harder on that one. I mean, we need more disturbing facts than that. Okay, that was the end of that one. And they sent me one other disturbing facts video. Let's see. Let's get this one going. Hold up, let me get the audio ready. So this is from the same thing, Creepy Vibes Only, disturbing facts you wish you didn't know.
Disturbing facts you wish you didn't know. Part 2. Back then, whistling was used to summon demons.
Back when?
If you smell burnt toast and there's nothing actually burning, you're most probably having a stroke. If you shiver randomly, that means a ghost passed, near or through you.
Okay. There wasn't a lot on that one, which is good. Disturbing facts. Okay, so let's get to that first one. Again, you have these timeline things, but you're not, like, nobody knows what you're talking about. Back then, whistling was used to summon demons. Back when? When whistling was invented? To summon demons? I mean, you don't see a lot of whistling going on. So is that just, I mean, you know, if you believe it, if you don't believe in demons, someone starts whistling, does that even have an effect? Like, you have to have a society that believes in demons. And then, like, if you're having an argument with someone, like, dude, are you kidding me? Are you? And then be like, holy shit, this guy just summoned a demon? It is on. Oh, I'm going to whistle too. How many demons can be summoned with whistling, and do you have to have special powers to summon demons with whistling? Because if you had like a big group of people fighting and they're all just whistling, and does it turn into a demon brawl? Back then, we don't even know back when. Can this guy update us on when this happened? Because I want to know about these little demons and whistling, and it just sounds so odd. I feel like you have to be a special person. He should have said that. Like, back then, whistling was used to summon demons by people that had special powers to whistle demons. What if a kid's just like walking down the street whistling on his way to school back then? It just a pack of demons follow him to school, and the teachers can be like, why'd you whistle demons here? Why'd you whistle demons to school today? We have a lot to do today. This is field trip. This is a field day outside, and now you whistled all the demons to the school on the way. If they even had schools back then. He has to be more precise with his timelines. All right, what's the next one? If you smell burnt toast and there's nothing actually burning, you're most probably having a stroke. I've heard this before. This is a disturbing fact I've heard before. and I'm a hypochondriac. And honestly, it's like if I smell, this is how crazy I am. If I smell toast anywhere, I scream to ask if toast is being made or if I'm having a stroke. I've had people have looked at me like, I'm like, is there toast? Is there toast? And they're like, what? Is there? I'm like, I smell toast. I don't know if I'm dying right now. And they're like, what are you talking about? And then I give them this fact, and then they don't answer my messages anymore. So I've had my brain checked out. I'm not going to have a stroke. I mean, I can't get it checked out every time I smell toast, but it is a weird, disturbing fact. And I guess I'm gonna have to think I'm having a stroke every time I smell toast if I'm not really sure toast is in the building. And this is one of those facts that I probably was forgetting about for a while, but thanks to you saying this to me, now I'm gonna possibly be smelling toast more often. So thanks for the disturbing fact. And what was I think there was only one more. If you shiver randomly, that means a ghost passed near or through you. All right, there's something to this. I know it's weird. I don't know about ghosts, but you know when I get the shiver where I feel like like when 18-wheelers are next to me on the highway, or like one comes up past me, I get this like weird shiver. Now it could just be anxiety, fear, but I don't get it with other cars. I don't get it with like buses. Or have I? Maybe I've gotten it with buses. Like big cars like that. And like I have this crazy, insane thought that I was supposed to die at that moment, but something saved me, because it's just like this weird shiver. Like I can't explain it. It's a feeling that I only get when that happens. And I feel like I was like not supposed to die. Like I could have died, but I was saved by something because my mission on this earth is not complete. Which is also a crazy thought that I don't know if I believe that I'm on a path, but I do get that odd feeling. So though I don't know how you could say this is a fact, it's supposed to be disturbing facts you didn't know. I don't know if you could say it's a fact that a ghost passes through or near you, but I hope there was ghosts. You know, I have a friend that's really into this. I used to produce a show called New Jersey Paranormal, and my friend John and his wife are very into this. So maybe this is something we can revisit when I do bring a guest onto the show. I can have the paranormal people on here to ask these questions. I really enjoyed that. I really did. So please send me more stuff like that. I enjoy, interesting, weird stuff that, provokes some thought and stuff. We can have fun with it, man. It's goofy, man. That's what this podcast is about. Goofy fun. I just want to have goofy fun. That's it. I'm so tired of seriousness of this world. So goofy fun is where we're at. Thanks for all those messages. Thanks for those fun videos about disturbing facts. Please subscribe to the podcast at any audio platform. And if you can rate and review on iTunes, or if your app you listen to has a rate and review, please do that. I need those numbers to go up. Like I said, I don't care much about numbers. I just want to entertain whoever is listening. But yeah, go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Joe Fernandes. Subscribe, Instagram at Joe Fernandes. I have my web series there, all episodes of I Don't Know Joe, all 7 for free on my YouTube channel. Go watch them. People love it. They tell me they do, and did well at the film festivals, and I think you'd enjoy it too. So with that, we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening and watching Daydream Legend.